Oh, how are we doing, man? The house lost the bid, so that will not be happening, sadly. Shame, I really like that place too. But there will be others. Hello, Danielle. How's it going? Oh. Yeah, and I actually, yeah, that's right. I did not stream Wednesday. I've been gaming like a fiend this week, both online and at the local store. I don't know if that's a good thing, a bad thing, or a neutral thing. I don't think it really matters, to be honest with you. But here I am, almost 40 years old, talking about growing up. Weird. Oh, let's see here. Hey. Tonight, well, I've got all these boxes that I started staining last time that I want to throw some witchwood onto. I think the regular dark dice are pretty much done, and we have these other two dark dice here that need doing because I don't know what I'm going to do with them. But we have prototype dark dice are done. Done dark dice. And other ones that we're going to kibitz with. Yeah. And we're also going to have some Earl Estates Strawberry Shadows mead because I want to. First, let me get my mug a quick wipe out. So yeah, the house thing will happen eventually. We'll see. There's other prospects that I'm looking at right now. If they're good, they're good. If they're not, they're not. I'm in no anxious state over it at all. Yep, Strawberry Shadows. It is probably the closest thing to the mead that I make. And it's Earl Estates, so it's always very good. I was gonna drink some Black Jewel tonight, but I didn't have one cold. The Strawberry Shadows is cold, so that's gonna be our nectar this evening. Just gotta make sure that cork bits will not be falling into the mead, because I've had that happen before. It is not pleasant. It's kind of weird. And these empty by bottles have gotta go bye-bye. Plum wine's good stuff. I get the Strawberry Shadows. If I drive out to Earl Estates, I buy it on site. Locally, I can get it if I need to from the Denny's liquor store. They have been known to order from time to time. Excellent. Echo, play Sabaton. Really? Echo, play music by the artist. Echo, play music by the artist Sabaton. Wow. Surprising, they don't have any music by Sabaton. I was kind of in the mood to listen to some Sabaton this evening. And I don't have my tablet here. Tragic. I'm just getting ready to get going here with some crafting. Drinking some strawberry shadows. Trying to also make a little sense of the world. I got news that an old friend of mine had passed away earlier this evening, and it was just one of those perspective moments. I haven't heard from him in many, many years, and the last time we spoke, we had he had a piss up about something I posted on Facebook, and he just did the whole, I'm not talking to you anymore, unfriend, unfollow. It's like, okay. But I'm still kind of sad to hear that he passed away. Kind of unexpectedly, too. Usually expect to hear about the declining health and all that. And I did not hear about that from him at all. I'm hoping this shea paste, it's not too bad. Just looks like I see mold stuff in it. I don't really like working with much moldy mache paste. Yeah. But if it is moldy, so be it. It's like blue cheese in that regard. Just the way the universe goes, Leanne. Just getting used to the new normal. Don't have to like it, but you do have to get used to it. It'd be different if he and I had been chatting a lot lately. Like if my good buddy Don passed away, that would be a major life moment for me. Oh well. Alright, I would like to get these goopy, and I would also like to make sure that I don't get it over gooped or under gooped. So I'm going to be putting a lot of witch wood onto all this stuff tonight. Oh, you looks like moldy chunks. Yuck. It's going to be time to change out this this mache paste. Not really worried about it too much because any spores in here will die when it dries, but still. Make sure it's all saturated. Yeah, good. Let's get a few more pieces of cotton in there to really get it going. Yeah, it should be pretty good. Yep. if I can't listen to Sabaton, what am I going to listen to? Which box am I going to start on? I think these are the brown mahogany boxes. Oh, bollocks, we got to get the gems on. Right. Gems first. Forgot about that. Alright, gimme. Let's get the hot glue gun. Ready? Found a couple of shelving units in the garage since I finally got the garage fixed. Finally. The landlord's rent is going to come in $110 short this month because that's what it cost me to fix the goddamn garage door. Okay. Let's do a white oblong gem. Let's do one with a blue gem. Devil with a blue gem on. I'd like to do some more blue gems. I really like blue gems. There's the tape, scissors. Need some tunes. Alright, so Sabaton didn't work. Who sounds like Sabaton? Sabaton's got a really unique sound. Storm, but for some reason I have a feeling pirate rars tonight. Alright, there that gem. Nice and reflective. Let's do the blue gem. See, oh my god, that's stuck to cotton. Why? It's not that sticky on the edges. Do the blue gem. Tighten on the cotton again. Blue gem, ready to go. Let's see if we can get Let's see if it's a mispronunciation. Echo, play When the Winged Hussars Arrive. Damn. Echo, play Man of War. Closest we can get. Suppose there and I get some of these other gems. Down at the store, there's a big blue. There's this blue. They've got a red. They've got a green. They had a green. Let's make another green. The green one's sold. Land and sea, across the rainbow bridge to Valhalla, Odin's waiting for me. Come on. We who die in battle over land and sea, across the rainbow bridge to Valhalla, Odin's waiting for me. This is not the deck box. No. I will have the deck box going before too long. I just had all these other ones pre-stained, and I kind of want to get them finished. Did Harry die in battle over land and sea? Alright. Ah, damn it. Orange gem. Foil tape really was the ticket, though. I'm glad I had it sitting around the kitchen for 4.5 years. In battle over land and sea, the rainbow bridge to Valhalla, Odin's waiting for me. There we go. That one is reflective now too. Bridge to Valhalla. Get a blue gem on there. Across the Rainbow Bridge. This one is the Colonial, lighter color. I think we better go with the green on it. Oof. This one's probably going to have to get varnished before I do any kind of stuff. I can just see any kind of stain on here seeping in terribly. I don't want to do varnishing. Might not have a choice. This is the dark walnut. That's very pretty. Let's do the orange one too. May not have the choice here. Smart person would have varnished this before adding the witchwood. Oh well. Just means the detail phase is going to have to be more detailed. Can't go too far back there or it won't shut properly. Did bring that deck box up. I need to go find it. I think those will sell better than dice boxes. Well, I imagine towards a little later in the year we'll get back to Halloween stuff. Hello, Carmen. How goes the evening? We're a little slow in here, but getting on with things. Looks good. Ooh. To stain the bottom of this thing too. Oh, I should probably. that tool go? The sculpting tool. There it is. Let's give that gem some eye room. There we go. A little bit more room to deep set the gem. I wonder if I should make this one more of a small multi-tendril box. Well, the closest I have to yellow is this orangey one. I do have reds. That could possibly work. Or we could do one that has both yellow and red. I'll prep that one next. I don't know if this design is going to work out. Cool. I say hi back to Eric. The kitties are somewhere. I am not sure. They were fed at around, when I got home. When did I get home? A little after 9-ish. And then once they're fed, they usually crawl off somewhere and have a nap. So they're probably in the midst of the post-din-din siesta at the moment. This could work. I kind of like the Space Clank better. They made some refinements. I like how they've got the different map nuances with the teleporters in Space Clank. Yeah. Space Clank! Clank in space! I don't know, for some reason, as a deck builder, I don't know, I never really, you know, Clank isn't one of those, oh wow, we're playing Clank, yay, kind of games for me. It's good. There are worse deck builders out there. But Clank has never, hyper excited me. Night, Joey. I am drinking some Strawberry Shadows mead. This one's definitely going to be more complex. I've always preferred strawberries. My meads are always strawberries. Mostly because strawberry, depending on what time of year you get it, you can get it relatively inexpensively. Usually during high summer. Got a weird, lingering melancholy tonight. I don't know. Well, I partially know why, but it's not helping it at all. Of course, listening to Manowar's song Valhalla doesn't really help that same thing very much. I had a friend, or I should say more like an old acquaintance at this point. I found out that he passed away this evening. He had kind of heard about it yesterday, and it was just a internal hemorrhaging, and he was in like critical condition in a veterans hospital in, I think, Albany. And today I got the notice that he'd passed, and it's just one of those, when anyone passes that it's just woof. So you catch that little need to adjust to the new normal. Yeah. It's one of those things. So I think that hit me, and I wasn't fully expecting anything like that, because as far as I knew, he was fine. Last time we chatted, he was all pissed off at me. don't know if I like that placement at all. Yeah. Suppose I also feel a little alone tonight. And that just isn't bolstering things. But that's another one of those. Not the first time, won't be the last. So whoop-de-frickin-do. Alright, not a huge fan of it, but it's alright. It's me. It's in the apartment. Could desperately do for some prolonged huggy snuggle time and watch a movie. Would be very mental healthy. The wife lives in Plattsburgh. She's married to somebody else. The other wife I was too stupid to pick up back in 2001/2002. Wife number 3 I said wouldn't work before I went to England. That one I think I was right about, though. Oh, God, no. If I did, I wouldn't be feeling lonely right now. I'd be watching Stardust with hot cocoa and peppermint schnapps. Speaking of hot chocolate and schnapps, that is sounding really goddamn good right now. As soon as this mead is... I appreciate it, Andy. Send me non-body conscious females. Actually, no, but non-body conscious wouldn't really be good. I needed somebody who is body conscious and will help me to continue to be body conscious. It's going to be really hard to get a paintbrush in there, but I think we'll be alright. It was bad enough a couple weeks ago. I actually went out to a bar. True that, Bohemian. Yeah, if you were around, it'd be hot chocolate and peppermint schnapps. That'll work fine for me. It's surprised all that cotton only worked for 2 boxes. Not sure I like this dollar store cotton though. It's lumpy. Lumpy. I went to Park Place. You weren't invited because I didn't know. I don't normally go to bars, like, ever. Also just sat there, had a couple brews, and people watched. Well, damn it, Courtney, then we need to go. The bar was, like I said, I sat there and people watched. You know. I guess it was okay. I'm always astounded at how expensive it is to drink at the bar. You know? It's like, I'd like a beer. Oh, that'll be $4.50. You know, I'd have ordered a Long Island iced tea, but I wanted to be able to do and have my firstborn not signed over to the company. No, I watched them. Nobody's watching me. I'm the unobtrusive tubby guy having a drink at the bar. That's about it. Yes. Darn right, Courtney. Not only do we have to buy our own drinks, we also got to buy the ladies' drinks. It's a terrible situation. Let's make sure this will open with no problems. That's what I thought. That one hits it. Yeah, if I stay in this town, significant other is going to have to happen. Otherwise, I'm going to go a little bit insane. Oh, yeah. Let's do a little showy-offy. There is thunder in the sky. Alright, so that's those two. Oh my god! Alright, there's too much stuff over here for it to be a good drawing place. Alright, let's make a special Keyforge box for token storage. Do I have key crap? I have key crap. One key crap. I thought I had 2 key craps. I guess I only have 1 though. I kind of want to epoxy it on, or E6000 it on, if I use it. If I do that, it's going to scrape. I suppose I could put it there. Alright, so red one and yellow one. Let me check and make sure that my yellow and my red, or my orange and my red, are different enough to each other that people will notice. I know the red's got a hole in it. There we go. So there's the red. Where's the orange? Yeah, I suppose it's different enough. Yeah, I think that's different enough. Right. The King of Kings. I am making boxes for fun and profit. I have sold at least one at, well, her name on here is Courtney Chichanowitz there. I sell them at her gaming store. Actually, I suppose that would be a C. Chanowitz. Gods of thunder, night beast will be torn asunder into the night on the right. Yeah, good project. Keeps me going because sometimes it is a little difficult to work on Halloween stuff so far out from the Halloween season. It's also because I have a large project lined up, and I don't do well with large projects. Unfortunate. Chachanowitz. Gotcha. Well, I knew it was your name, maiden name, but... The large project is this groundbreaker right here, which needs to be heavily machined, reinforced, epoxied. It's gonna be several weeks. Looking at that thing is just it's like from the bottom of the mountain looking up, going, ugh. Whereas these little dice boxes here are quick, easy, simple, and have the potential to return me some profit, which, I don't know. I think the nice thing is just knowing that, hey, somebody likes your stuff enough to actually pay money for it. That's a tremendous ooh to a starting artist who has previously never done anything for profit. Red one, yellow one. I don't have enough stuff to sell at a table at Colorscape. You probably want a couple $100 for a table anyway. That thing's in September, I think, so I had to spend most of the summer just making stuff to display/sell at the event. On the plus side, I could charge stupid prices for it. Because that's what everybody does at Colorscape. Alright. The special dice forge or key forged dicey tokeny box. Dice Forge. No, Dice Forge is a different game entirely. Where did I put that key thing? Oh, they probably would. I see a lot of beautiful stuff at Colorscape going for high prices, and people are buying it. But that's understandable too, because that's, you know, it's the whole thing with being an artist. Alright, I had this stupid little metal key thing a second ago. I toss it up here. Oh, switches, clasps. Hey, here's another one. It's fancy. Forgot I had it. What do you think, Courtney? Throw the key thing on there, or not? The key thing on there will make it devilish hard to put the twisty stuff on. But I suppose I can go around it. Lynn says yes. Lynn's always got good ideas. Alright, let's throw the thing on there. Here's some E6000. Ever problematic E6000. You've had good ideas for me, Lynn. That's all it needs. You're a winner. We go with what you say. As soon as we find the X-Acto again. This has just been the moment of crap disappearing. There we go. Jump off now. Oh, damn it. Well, that was a terrible idea. I knew it. The red gem has an outer coating of crap on it. I knew it. Alright, let's redo that red gem. I am excited for Game of Thrones, however, I am letting them get about 3 episodes out before I start watching. Otherwise, I'm going to be sitting there going, oh my god, I can't wait for another week! Oh my god! In which case, that will drive me a little bonkers. But if I have 3 episodes banked, then I can just be like, yeah, and next one. We are kings, whirlwinds of fire we ride. It's an excellent show. also waiting for the next season of The Expanse. And sneezing. Sneezing is a good show. I think for the next run of cotton, I'm going to try the stuff from the beauty store. I shouldn't say from the beauty store. I'm just going to try the cotton rope rather than the cotton ball stuff and see if I like it better. Okay, that was much more equidistant. Lovely. Alright, let's get rid of these gunky cottons. No, I was kind of hoping it would stick. Damn. Oh, it did. It's about to stick to the cardboard, though. Stick. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I just have to drink from the bottle there. Oh. I know the problem. My music is too slow. Echo, stop. You know what we need? We need the Spanish guitar from the Puss in Boots soundtrack. Echo, play Puss in Boots soundtrack. Come on. Yes. Maybe. Nope. Nope. Echo, stop. Echo, play music from the Puss in Boots soundtrack. No, that's Studio Group. Echo, next track. Bollocks. Echo, stop. That works for me, Bohemian. It's chatty. Trying to find. Echo, play Spanish guitar music. Come on, give me some good stuff. Now, don't be melancholy. Get spicy. Alright, we're going to give it a few moments. It might need some time to get spicy. I'm a little worried if I say play spicy Spanish guitar music. I don't think it's going to know what the hell I'm talking about. That it'll get a commercial for like a jalapeno. Alright. Anyone in the world, dead or alive? Who would that be and why? Well, that is always a cagey subject proposition. This problem is, if you pick somebody, if I picked like Albert Einstein, I have a feeling that his conversation would go completely over my head. Sure, he was a fun guy, but if you're trying to get down and gritty with heavy conversation, I don't know if I can follow the man. Who else would be amazing? Love to chat with Julius Caesar. But I think he'd consider me kind of an ass. Why am I here talking to this guy? I ruled the whole fucking Roman state, and now I'm stuck with talking with a American suburbanite. I could probably have some good, fun arguments with Ben Franklin. I think that could be fun. I think Ben and I might get along famously. Who else out there is a good talker? Wouldn't mind chatting with Neil deGrasse Tyson, but again, I don't know if that conversation would really go anywhere. Chat about our passion for science, and then our lives would diverge a lot. Anne Boleyn. Leanne Bump says Anne Boleyn, Bohemian. I have no doubt that the court of Henry VIII was a very, very interesting kind of place, especially for power-hungering folks like the Boleyns. However, historically accurate or inaccurate it might be, I thought the show The Tudors portrayed that tolerably well. Sex, politics, power. The Spanish guitar is just dragging. Okay. Who does heavy metal Spanish guitar? I don't think anyone does heavy metal Spanish guitar. Alright, let's take a dive here. Echo, stop. Echo, play salsa music. God help me. Alright, it's up tempo. No regrets. Oh, the old desert island. I'll bring this one over to YouTube for anybody who's there with us. If you could live on a desert island and take only 3 items with you, or if you had to live, really, what would they be? The old desert island 3 items. A desalination device, to be sure there. Thanks, Willis. It's one of the things that's maxing out my CPU runtime right now. It's all the video assets. I'd throw one of my other little videos up there, but it would start to get messed up. Alright, so this is the better cotton, theoretically. Let's see if it will behave. Yeah, the salsa music was definitely a good call. Is that... That's lumpy stuff at the bottom. Stirry thing. Stirry thing? Stirry thing that I don't mind stirring with. I might chew on that. I might chew on that. Ah! Stirry thing! Lovely. Alright, so Desert Island, definitely a desalinator for water. Signaling device for possible rescue, unless rescue's out of the equation, in which case you want some damn good fishing gear. I think better more than that, though, what you'd want secondly, so desalinator, and then some sort of reliable boat. Like a solid steel-built Grumman canoe type affair. Because you can make an outrigger for that pretty easy. But you would definitely want some sort of boat that wouldn't fall apart, so you could at least go out fishing. So desalinator, reliable boat, and honestly, like 500 miles worth of some sort of really effective nylon cord. Several thousand miles of paracord to be every type of cordage you could possibly need. Because that's fishing line, that's hammock, that's web, that's netting, that's everything. So yeah, desalinator, reliable boat, many hundreds of miles of paracord. 5 senses, which one will I give up? Definitely smell. Because every time I get a cold, it goes away anyway. The trick that everybody forgets about, of course, is the fact that your sense of smell is practically your sense of taste. I wonder if I used too much. I probably definitely used too much. Okay, let's do the cotton first and then add the sauce. So cotton, cotton, cotton. Sauce. I definitely wouldn't be a big fan of losing my sight. Not if I have any kind of option. I use my eyes a lot. Hearing, that one's pretty imperative. Touch, I think if I couldn't ever be hugged, I would go absolutely insane. Whoop. Whoop. There! Alright, splatter alert. Who the hell would have thought salsa music was the flair for the night? Yeah, I could live without taste too. Alright, let's see if this stuff is better. It's already less lumpy than the stuff I was using before. One superpower, what would it be? That one's a tough one. Because everybody looks for the perfect superpower. You always got to consider the detractors to the various superpowers, too. Flight's a fun one. The only problem with flight is if you're going too far, too fast, the high altitude lack of oxygen and the wind shear will kick your ass. My favorite one to rip on for that one is always time travel. Everybody's like, I would time travel. Really? I know you're thinking of the comic book version of that. The real life version of time travel would be horrible. Super, amazingly horrible. There you go. Yep, flight can always compensate for some of the detractants with a little bit of modern tech. I still love ripping on time travelers, though. Yeah, I like this cotton better. Which one, Leanne? The time travel? Oh, yeah, no, you would never want time travel. You wouldn't want time travel without massive amounts of teleportation. Well, that's part of the problem, then. Because the thing everybody always forgets about time travel is that the Earth is moving hundreds of thousands of miles a second as it flies through the galaxy and solar system. So, If you decide to pop yourself 1 second into the past or future, the Earth is not with you right then and there. The planet is elsewhere at that time. And if you may find yourself a few 100,000 miles away from the Earth in space. You'll be at the right time. You just, will have bigger problems. Like a distinct lack of atmosphere. Let's work this one for a little bit. Oh, what time do we have? Almost 1 in the morning. I think we'll finish up with this one and we'll call the evening a rousing success. Then make some hot chocolate and cinnamon schnapps. One thing for the rest of my life. Ooh, that one's tough. Honestly, I would have to think of something that can be prepared in a ton of different ways and actually contains all the essential vitamins and nutrients to enable survival. I can't think of a food right off the top of my head that has everything in it. Take it off, Leanne? This one's got a ways to go first, so. Oh, no. No, I'm finished when I'm done. This project has a little bit of work to do first. I want this box all set and situated. Nope. Not going nowhere yet. Yeah, it's late, but what you don't know is I've been off work for a week. I have had time to adapt my fearless sleep schedule to that of a perpetual nocturnal person. Nyah, 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 nyah. The hell would have thought that salsa music would be the way to go for tonight? Still astounded by that. Although this song is getting repetitive. Echo, next track. Yep. Now I gotta hit a good stopping point, which means the one I'm at is at a good stage. And right now we're definitely not at a good stage. Hmm. Now, the rough part will be Sunday morning. I mean, Monday morning. When all my evil nocturnalishness will bite me in the butt as I try to get ready for work. My body is going, it's not 2 in the afternoon. It's not wake-up time. Personally witnessed one historical event. What would it be? Honestly, I would like to witness one of the battles that we don't know where the hell it actually happened, like Baden Hill. I don't know if the Arthurian Battle of Baden Hill, if they ever found the battle site, but if I was to witness one, I would definitely want one that they weren't sure of the site, so I could help pin that down. There's Baden Hill. There's Ethandun. There's some other historical battles that we're not sure enough about. We found... I forget if we found... No, we didn't find... I can't remember if we found Avaricum, but I know we found Alesia. That's the Julius Caesar and Vercingetorix site. Oh! They find that one by flying over some French fields and noticing that the soil that was carved up for trenches 2,000 years ago was still growing funky. And that's how they found the battle site of Alesia. I suppose that'll work. I can't remember if there's any other historical events that would be kind of neat to see. What historical event would I like to see? I'd like to see the day when they found the cheap, affordable immortality treatment. It's a historical event. I'd like to witness the day when they discover a way out of this universe to avoid the next, what is it? When all the proton stars, all the protons and everything decays, to avoid the inevitable cold extinction of this galaxy and indeed this entire universe. The day they invent trans-dimensional travel. Well, they found 2 bodies at the bottom of the broken tower at the Tower of London. They assumed that they were the princes, and they buried them in the royal tomb. I can't remember if it's at Westminster or if it was at All Hallows Church, which is like right next door to the Tower of London. And I don't know if they ever did the full workup on those kids. But I know they found the 2 bodies at the bottom of the broken tower. I think that's good enough. Oh my god, this one sounds like Spanish polka. Yep, I do remember that they did do some research on the ages, but I believe any kind of DNA/genetic testing was inconclusive. Yep, the kids were the right age. The thing I love is that of all the Richards, the one that everybody loves the most, Richard the Lionheart, was actually the biggest dick and bad king of all of them. I thought they already knew where King Richard was. Oh my god. Echo, next track. Woof, that was awful. Yeah, Richard the Lionheart was a prick. That wasn't Richard the Lionheart. Yeah, that was the other Richard. Cripes. Battle of Bosworth Field. Was that Richard III? I can't remember for the life of me. But yeah, they found him between the Tudors and the Plantagenets. The last, he was the last Plantagenet king. But yep, they found his body in a parking lot. That was pretty cool. I remember that one. Yeah, it was a while ago. Yes, and that was Richard III, because I remember from Blackadder. Of all the sources to remember your history from, I remember it from Blackadder. I figured they'd move him to Westminster, or at least one of the other royal burial places. I kind of wish I'd gotten to go into Westminster again with my mom. I think she would have loved that. It's a hell of a thing to see Elizabeth I and her sister. If I could choose my own name, what would it be? I don't know, I kind of like my own name. I'm used to it by now. When I was younger, I hated my middle name. My middle name is Logan, and I thought Logan was awful. So my parents named me after Loganberries, and that was just embarrassing for a, kid. Terribly embarrassing. And later I found out that Wolverine's name was Logan, and it wasn't so bad. Yeah, London's a good city to visit. Just, I don't know. I don't like cities, so I like to have all my crap kind of mapped out. Sadly enough, of all the cities in the world, I'm most familiar with London. I can get you through all the touristy places without too much trouble. That's still open. It needs to be lower. know if I know Leanne Mayweather. So, Leanne, who was Leanne Mayweather? It looks pretty good. That explains why I don't know her. I am not familiar with Miss Americas. Alright, we're going to use up the rest of this cotton and call it a good night. Now, is that the 19th Miss America, or is that Miss America 1919? Or at the age of 19, she was Miss America? Oh, gotcha, yep. Yeah, that wasn't a bad one. Though, I just realized I forgot to open up the gems on it. Let's grab that. Yep. Pokey tool. Poke tool. 1964, gotcha. Go. Here you go, dollar store, and get some toothbrushes for cleaning these things up. Oh. Yep. I didn't really pick a name, because, again, I kind of like mine. I'm alright with it. I don't know if I'd be a Matthew. The problem is, changing your name doesn't change much about who you are. I would be every bit as me if I was a Jordan or a Jose or an Igor. Or a Vasily. I could be a good Vasily, I think. Vasily Wilson. Just doesn't have quite a good ring to it, but, you know, whatever. It'll be fun to be that for, you know, a couple of weeks. See if I like it. Of course, that does remind me of every time I see somebody on the internet who has picked their internet name, and their internet name is always like Shadow Wolf or, you know, Dark Raven, and I'm like, I always joke, oh look, it's so and so, it's Darkness, Shadow Wolf, Raven, Darkness, Melancholy, Darkness, Evil Raven, Shadow Dragon, Darkness, Shadow. Those names always get me. I am brooding names. I am shadow, wolf, thunder, power, darkness, evil, brooding, vampire, blood, shadow. See, that's fine. When I was screwing around with the CB with the truck drivers, I called myself Nightbird. Darkness, shadow, night, night bird, night, shadow, darkness. Ah. It worked. You know, when you're 13, sitting in a dorm playing with a CB radio, bored of your ass at 9 o'clock at night, because, you know, that's lights out time. The truckers all know you're a kid because, you know, they can tell by your voice. But they're all too polite to, you know, say, hey kid, get off the wire. I use Nightbird. Also because by the time I was on the thing there, it was night. That's a piece of yuck in there. Alright, that's the last piece of cotton. Oh, can't go too heavy on this side, it's got to be able to open. Let's do an open check. Works. Alright, we'll finish that one up a little later on. Yeah, black shadow, night, bird, wolf, darkness, darkness, evil, shadow, night, wolf, fox, white fox, silver fox, kitsune, shadow, darkness, raven. Oh, I hate those people. They're funny though, but I dislike it because I used to be one. Now I gotta look back at it and kind of cringe. Oh, that's done. Well, it's not done, but it's as done as it's getting now because I'm not mixing more cotton. I do kind of want to debate what I want to do with these dark dyes. Oh. It's funny because it's every kid who wants to be cool. Which is every kid. I think one dark dice we got to try carving into. Probably this one. This one's got root structures. I almost wish I had mouse bones. Problem is mouse bones would crush too easily on this. I could possibly use Sculpey, but I'd have to peel the pieces back off and bake them. I could try paint. I should be able to see how that works with relative ease. I could do the paint, and then I could hit them with a UV reactive blast. Metallic green or metallic blue. Where was my test sheet for these colors? There it is. I think the metallic green would be a lot easier to see, even though I don't like it quite so much as a color. Well, I've got bone stuff that I could get access to, but there's no water. Oh. Let's do a test. Well, it shows up. It's easier than carving. You know, I should have grabbed a metallic red. You guys can probably see that tolerably. Then it'll need a phosphorescent overcoat. But it is visible. This also makes the Dark Dice runes a little bit more weird. Yes, these are the Dark Dice, which I will explain in just a moment. Throw at least one more sigil on here. We'll see how they look after they're dry, but I do like that effect. That's pretty cool. Do we dare do one more sigil? kind of like the symbols that have to get put into this just by the nature of the twists of the witchwood. It's slick. Alright, I like that. I don't want to do too many faces, because I kind of now want to get some red... I bet I could do this other one in the glow in the dark. I want to think about that. Because I have to paint it white first, and then I have to put that over it. Let's just try the blue real quick. It's right here. The blue is a lot harder to see. Then again, you don't really have to see the dark dice. At least the person using the dark dice does not have to see the dark dice. And let's be frank, I'll be using the dark dice. Unless I get somebody who has a real fortune teller persona at the haunt. Alright. We'll see how that goes. Yep, the other ones are glow in the dark. Yep, I have made $13 so far. I sold a box. Alright, so there's the faces of the dark dice currently. I like these experimental ones. They're nice. Alright, we'll let them dry though. Now this one is very difficult to see, but I can see that spiral there somewhat. I don't think it's as good as the other one. You know, a silver or a gold might look good on that too. So then, yes, they are glow in the dark. This is the prototype dark dice right here. Yep, it's this one. Let's charge them for a moment or three. Let's charge the spiral. I like the spiral a lot. Well, to an extent. We'll see how the wholesale thing goes. Let's just rest that on. Ooh. If I find myself with a gratuitous surplus, then I will probably throw some on Etsy or something. Make an account. Okay. Echo, stop. Yes, I have some of that stuff. What do you mean? I do indeed have some of that stuff. I use UVFX paint for that. Okay, Echo, turn off craft light. This should make it a little easier to see. These are the dark dice. Do anything bigger. But they do glow. And the concept of the dark dice is that on Halloween night, if you are handing out the goodies to the trick-or-treaters, and you don't have a huge line of them all waiting, and somebody comes up all tenuous and looking scared, and they're facing you down in your evil-looking costume, and they go, trick-or-treat, you just go, roll. And then they pick up the dark dice, and they give them a roll, and then no matter what it is, you give them a horrible prophecy. Little thing, I think my favorite one that comes most readily to the mind is, are you afraid of heights? No, you should be. Maybe you shouldn't go swimming this year. Keep the car windows rolled up when you go through the woods next time. Always just give them a dire prophecy. That's a hell of a thought, Bohemian. 4x6 Mr. T, naked. Hey, whatever floats your boat. The only problem with these dark dice is that they, being wooden, don't have a whole lot of heft to them. I could possibly make a set out of stone, but that comes with its own set of problems. If it falls on the ground and chips or something like that, the wooden ones are a little bit more sturdy and on the floor somewhere. Yeah, we'll find that tomorrow. Or we'll step on it as we get out of here. Oh! Yeah, but that's the dark dice and its concept. I think it works very well. It should be lots of fun to terrify people with. Oh. Oh. But it is now 1:30? Yep, 1:30 in the morning. Means it's bedtime for Bonzo here. Put that back in the fridge. I should make a new batch. Let's finish up the delicious, delicious strawberry shadows. And I think before bed we will have some hot chocolate and cinnamon schnapps, because that will be just delicious and lovely and amazing. I wish I had peppermint schnapps, but you know, beggars can't. I'm not a beggar, but I can't be choosy because the liquor store is closed. Woo! I could cover them with gesso, but I don't know if that would make them that much heavier. I'd rather use a material that just had more heft, to be honest with you. I could grab my my thermoplastic and get like a square ice cube tray thing, mush the thermoplastic in there. That would do it. Hell, I could cover in paper clay if I really wanted to. I like the idea of having stone ones, though. Something about the heft of stone. And I can carve stone very well. Anyway. I gotta find my... Oh, right down there. I gotta find that dragon stone. There it is. I want to finish that thing up at some point. Where did that dice go? Oh my god, it's the vanishing dark dice. went forward into some innocuous corner. I knew it. Ugh. Ugh. You know, as I see this stone here, I'm getting a distinct urge to want to finish it. Echo, turn on craft light. Ooh, pardon. What do I want to do with it? Some spots need more blue. Maybe it needs a dry brush gold. Do I have a yellow? Alright, we might not be ending quite so. And have a good one, then. Thank you for hanging out. I have a yellow at school, unfortunately. Do I have a gold? And a brown. Yeah, maybe we will. I kind of want some gold on this. I'm going to do blue. I'm going to do blue and gold. That, or I need to just scrub all the stuff off and leave it natural stone. But you know, no, the Norse brethren would not have left it unpainted. I have some yellow. I have some good yellow, but I don't use this good yellow for anything else, so why not screw around for a little bit and just do some painting. Now, do I want the inside to be yellow, or do I want the outside? Do I want highlights? What do I want? I don't know. That's the problem. Let's just start painting and see what happens. Still looking for a gold. Oh, if I ever get a house, which may happen, I really want, by next bloody year, I want a freaking house. I don't care what. I'm going to try it in the middle to start with. I really do not need that much. This is a very thick acrylic. Woo! I will have to research gesso for the gesso or gesso, however you feel like pronouncing it. I'll have to research that for the dark dice. So art medium I have not played around much with. Yeah, I suppose this isn't bad. I miss stone carving. I should probably bring my stuff for it back to my classroom. It's the only time I really got it done. Brought all my stone carving stuff home for the summer, thinking, yeah, I'll get it done during the summer. Nope. No, we did not get any done during the summer. The problem is the mess it makes. If you do it dry, it kicks up a ton of dust. If you do it wet, it kicks up a ton of spray. Yeah, stones you can get from everywhere. The problem is getting cubicle stones. That's the trouble. Though I could always find one that's sort of cube-like, and then I could just grind it into a full cube shape. Oh. Yeah, the Fuzzles are off napping their dinner off, although they've been napping for quite a while. I am somewhat surprised we haven't seen them, but then again, they are more used to me on a regular school schedule, at which point I would always be asleep by now, or I would be wishing I was asleep by now. Usually I would be wishing I was asleep by now. I go to school for work. That's how I make my living. I are an educator. I teach every flavor of science that is conceivably teachable by the children of men. The grade ranges of 7th through usually 11th. I rarely get seniors, but if they fail enough classes, they sometimes come to me too. If I could reincarnate as somebody I know, I would probably reincarnate as that guy who married the girl I like. Or I would reincarnate as me, but with a lot more get up and go. Or a me who listened to my father's advice more often. This is turning out rather well. I like it. Now let's just highlight with some of that metallic blue. Hey, Lucia. Buongiorno. Do some highlights. Alright, let's do some highlights, being very careful of the fact that all of the stuff there is still wet. This metallic blue is going to show up, but we're going to have fun with it anyway. Realistically, I should probably just be using a lighter blue, but where's the fun in that? This one's going to be tougher. Cappuccino sounds pretty good right now. There we go. Wish I hadn't used so much of the yellow paint, but that's fine. It'll dry into a splat, and then we'll just toss it out. It's not like I was super using up that paint anyway. But yeah, that's probably one of the bigger carved stones I have done and actually finished. I have a boar in the car, but I need to actually get out my stuff and get that one done. But like I said, these guys are time consuming and mess generating. But they are very nice. That being said, though, it is now 1:47 in the morning, and I'm tired. So, it is time to pop off the smock. Part I'm not sitting on, at least. And call it a knight. Sorry I wasn't on longer for you, Lucia. But sadly, this stupid planet is round. And that means all these stupid different time zones, and wherever it's day, it's night, it's night, it's day, everything gets all confusing. That's just awful. But thank you all for joining me and keeping me alive and kicking here. It's good times. Let's me get some work done. And we'll have 3 boxes to finish, and some other boxes to do more stuff on next time. That's where that thing went. Hardware. And yeah. So. Oh, absolutely, Bohemian. Go ahead and message me anytime. That's fine. Fine. I am going to warm up some hot chocolate and throw some schnapps in it and drink it and go to bed. So, take care, gang. Thanks very much, and have a fun one. Yes, later you can, Bohemian. Anytime. I am not so famous a YouTuber that I get swamped, so feel free to message away on either Facebook for Unhallowed or anything else. It all works. Take care, folks. Thank you for joining. Have a wonderful, wonderful, spooky evening. Echo, turn off craft light. What's up?